Yeah, welcome again to these sessions. Like we have told you before, these are small bites taken from what we call our master classes. And after seeing how well it works with other people in physical classes, we realized a few things we can share with more people. And we thought this is a good forum for us to reach more people and to tell them a few things that we believe if you cash it, it works, because we have practically tested it. We have practically tried it, and it's not assumed. We have tried it with people of all caliber and of all education levels, and we have realized these are principles that work. Principles don't choose men, don't choose women. Principles don't choose education. Principles are principles, like the force of gravity. If you jump up, you come down, regardless of your weight, regardless of your academic qualifications, or whatever else you are. Therefore, we ask you to, again, just kindly listen to us for a very short while, really short. And in this short while, just get something into yourself and try it, test it, and you embrace it, and let's see what happens. Now, in this particular one, we want to talk about you and people. And I want to say this in this short while. There is nothing you do in this life, whether it is in business or in your normal life, whichever way you live, where you don't need people. We live with people. And we must therefore have the right attitude and the right mindset towards people. I repeat that part. We must have the right attitude and the right mindset about people, because you will need people. Of course, you must be somebody who understands people are not the same, and the people way of looking at things is different. But you see, if you have to make a product, or if you have to start a business, whatever you are going to sell, you are going to sell it to people. And in fact, the people you will employ maybe to assist you, they are people. Everything is about people. And I want to say this: people are everything. In fact, the wealth of the world is people. Your wealth is people. In fact, you'll be surprised that your peace and your joy is people. It is affected very much by the people you live with and by the people who live around you. And I want to encourage you this morning or this day, as you do your business, as you think about starting a business, as you think about building whatever you are building, one, have the right attitude about people. It is very important to know that you can't do anything without trusting people. You must trust people, really, because if you give me a responsibility, you must believe I will perform it as you expected. I'll be able to achieve from it what you expected me to achieve. So this is the first thing you must do. You must learn that all men are learners. This is where you start everything with people, particularly if you are working with them. You must know everybody is a learner, including you. Nobody knows everything. Even with the kind of education you might be having, whether high or low, there's somebody somewhere who knows something that you don't know. In fact, the gateman who stands at your gate knows something you don't know, and the house technician in your house knows something you don't know. In fact, everybody is endowed with something that another doesn't. So we must first of all recognize that we are interdependent. In fact, like somebody said a long time ago, the statement of "you are because I am, and because I am, therefore you are," works best in us when we focus in that understanding in business or in all kinds of goals and activities we want to achieve in life. That person who you may think is not very important is important. Hear that from me. That person is important. What you need to know is that we are not the same. There are people who will not be very nice to you, and some not by choice. Their backgrounds, their history, the way they were brought up. A lot of things can be blamed on the way we behave, all of us. And therefore, we must be able to look for ways to make men work with us and buy from us and receive from us with joy. Because that's the only way, because what we need most is repeaters. If you are in business, what you want is a person who will buy your product today and come tomorrow. It is that person who will buy your product and then tell the neighbor, and the neighbor comes to buy, and then the neighbor tells the neighbor about your product. And therefore, the neighbor of the neighbor tells the other neighbor. And you find your product spreading across a huge spectrum without you doing much, because maybe of just the way you talked to that person, because of the respect the person saw, because of the honor the individual found you are giving them. That feeling, you see, it's important in life to make people feel something. Very, very important. In fact, if you discover in life that you don't make people feel anything, you are in trouble. You either make them feel very good, and if you have to make them feel, let it also make them feel very bad. But don't allow anybody to be neutral. In fact, the most useless person, the person who have no value in you, is the person who feels nothing. Because if one feels something and feels it negatively, but you intended it very, very well, the feedback helps you. If the another person feels good, they want to come back and feel good. So they will come back even not just to purchase that particular product. You will realize they will come back at least to buy it as they be in that aula, that environment, that atmosphere that you have created, where he feels respected, where he feels honored, where he feels that there's some dignity I am given. In a world like today, where men are pulled down so much, where the next thing you see is discouraging you, where the news you hear are frustrating you, it is very, very important to realize there's a need in the hearts of men, and take advantage of it in your business. That need of feeling accepted, that need of feeling not rejected, that feeling of wanting to feel honored, take advantage of it in your business. Sell your product with a smile. And not just with a smile. Let your heart have really that smile. Let your brain have that smile. You know, I believe people speak in their inner selves. Let a smile come from inside you, and let the words you say be real. If you say welcome, don't make it poetry, it's welcome. If you say we are thankful, let it be we are thankful. This is something very important. Now, just a caution. As you trust men and as you work with men, one thing you must realize, you should never, never in your life put your whole life into the hands of other men. You must know there are men who don't intend well, and therefore be courteous. Be courteous on what you're doing also. Have a caution somewhere. Observe well, study well, understand well. No, this is a person I can trust here. This is a person I can be able to depend on here. And that other person who you feel, this one, I may not need him for one reason or the other, don't force yourself into it. In fact, this is how businesses learn to grow, even by learning to hire and fire. Where you hire, but at the same time, if this person becomes a difficulty in your business, becomes what you do, you become somebody who is not focusing on what you are focused to achieve, you must have the courage to dismiss that person with love. Because you are not dismissing them because they are your enemies. You are telling them, look here, this is what we intended to achieve. This is how you have come all the way. You are not really able to help us to get there. Maybe you can try, you can work somewhere else and be able to achieve something better. So have the courage and don't feel shy, because it's you and it's at you that the buck stops. So honor people, respect people, speak neatly to them, smile at them, do the best you can. And to finish up in this, I should also tell you this. All successful people never succeed alone. They pick people to succeed with. Let you learn to succeed with others. Do good to people to enable them to succeed. If you see somebody succeeding, get down, plop them up. Don't let them go up, push them up. Every man, every woman you push up becomes an asset, not just to you, but to your environment and to the earth. So don't grow alone. Go up with the people. Grow with them. Become their mentor. Become a shield to them. You know, encourage them, motivate them, even help, even materially where you can, to make sure they succeed, because you have seen there are people with a heart to succeed. That is the way also that people succeed. In fact, they say, if you help others succeed so well, you will also succeed. It's a principle. It's a fact. You succeed best. And this is my experience. You succeed best when you help others succeed. In fact, why am I doing this video? To be honest, the issue is not to trade. The issue is to have somebody hear this and succeed. It's a part of my responsibility. It's a part of me as I succeed, wanting others to succeed. We want to grow together and become a people who have succeeded to a level where we can feel we all belong to this earth and we are able to have a livelihood. We are able to bring joy to other people and we are able to make our world good to live in. Thank you very much for listening to me. Let your neighbor know he is important. Let that employee realize they are important. And let that low person in your workplace, the one who is at the lowest level, the one that sweeps your floors and cleans your toilet, remember, you wouldn't perform the way you do without them. Honor them and keep on motivating them. It's important. That's how life, I believe, should be lived. Thank you very much.